Hey guys, Ellen Woodbridge here, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia. I was just fixing my shirt up and went live very unexpectedly. Hope you guys are having a lovely start to your week. I am here today to play with the honeybee stamp set. Now I have made, wait for it, all of these cards using the honeybee stamp set. I was asked by my upline at her team training, which happened on Saturday, to do a presentation on the honeybee stamps and dies. Can't put my hand on the dies at the moment, but the card I am making with you guys just uses the stamps, Hey Jeannie, as well as the golden honey designer series paper that you can earn for free during sale-a-bration. Hey Teresa. So if you want to find the honeybee stamp set, you can look in the mini catalogue, and it is on page 30. So this shows you the dies here and the stamp set and some examples, which are beautiful examples. Hey Maureen, hey other Teresa, everyone's popping in. Hey Jenny, hey Philomena. Oh no, not good Jenny, I hope he's okay. Good luck with the appointment. Hey Susan, thank you for joining. Now this is the paper that you can earn for free. So every piece is foiled, and for in Australia in $90 increments you can earn as many packs as this paper as you like. So thank you all for joining. Just showing you briefly what we're doing today. If you are new or watching me for the first time, welcome. I show some real-time crafting. So some real-time crafting. I haven't done very many steps to make this card yet. If you haven't already subscribed or follow me, please do so. So I am going to flip us around, get my second screen up and get going. So I can't find my second bit, but that's okay. No, you're not psych. I love the bees, but I don't own the bees. These are on borrow. But I have made so many projects. It looks as though I own it. Yay, Donna. I'm so glad you are home. Okay, so I have my second screen coming up now. I'll flick you guys around. Turn off. Tell me, I don't know how my internet's going because we had a massive storm yesterday. There we go. We appear to be all good. I'm just thinking though, I might just pull this back a touch and then we're good. Okay, yeah, we had a massive storm, so our internet hasn't been playing particularly nicely. So I have all my bits cut up. I will get rid of all these cards. I will be sharing all these cards. I've already shared one, this one that I've now got a fingerprint on. I have shared this one already, and I'll be sharing this one tonight. So very simple stamping with just Memento and Mango Melody inks, and I have already pre-done one because, as I said, I did this at my upline's team day, and I have also taught it at my launch party, which was on Sunday rather. I'm so sad I missed you all, but rest assured we had an amazing day, but you were all missed. Hey Kathy, thanks for joining. Just getting a bit ahead of myself, mounting up just the 3 stamps I'm using and the little hello. And we're using some punches, so I'm not using the dies, but we are going to be using the classic label punch and some dies. So I have all my pre-cut strips to do this, and all I'm doing, I'm not using the Stamparatus or anything. We are just free stamping. Just doing it by eye. Oh, you lost me, did you? Oh, thank you, Sue. And I'm sure your version that you made was just as beautiful as mine. Sue was at the team training. She's part of my uplines greater. Oh, that was bad stamping. Maybe bad inking, actually. Okay, so what I start with is the top and the bottom, and then I sort of eyeball it from there. And I think I'm making 3 or 4 extras here. So I had 2 people unfortunately have to pull out a launch. So I'm just going to make these up. Get them done. So then I don't have lots of pieces and card kits hanging around. Oh, I love the detail in these butterflies. The girls at launch went, oh my god, look how beautiful. Oh my dear word. Look how beautiful those wings are. And they are, just the subtle detail in them is stunning. This messy mat under me is not going to last long with all the dropsies I've got recently. And I know why I've got dropsies. It's because I've been doing so much crafting. Hey Cindy! 2 Cindys. Fantastic. Thank you for sharing. Hey Linda. Now I just want to tell you, I've chosen this wider block because it helps me stamp all the way across. Oh, now I've got smudges on it. All the way across and be able to see the sides of the paper. So if I used a block the perfectly sized this, I wouldn't be able to see the sides of the paper and it'd be distorted and harder to line it up. So I use a longer block just to help that process. Now, I was prepared, and I do have my chamois here because it hasn't dried out yet from the weekend. Just give that. I'm going to do all my stamping straight up, so then it's done. And I think I counted 1, 2, 3, 4. So I want to stamp our little hello 4 times. So 1, and then 2, because I've got to get the punch around it. Then 3. I might be able to fit 1. I'll see. In here, if not, let me see. Yep, I can fit 1 on here. Now I am stamping it off to the side because on the card I've tucked part of it under. Okay, I'm finished with my very messy Memento ink, which I like to get everywhere, and now I want to do my little bee in the Mango Melody. Oh no! Is everyone losing me? Please tell me, because I do have ways and means to fix that. So just tell me if everyone's losing me and I can change my internet source. Oh, that's a bit too juicy. That's okay. It will be what it will be. Literally, as a bee. See what I did there? Okay, that's better. I've got a better spot now. because I think the leaves are distinctive. So if it is too juicy, you do get that splotchy look, but they are much better. So that is all my stamping done. And I just flick screens accidentally. All fine. I am well, Shelley, thank you. I've had a crazy weekend, but I'm out the other side. I've got deadline this week. I've still got to do my Christmas Stampathon, which starts again on the 25th. The challenge is set for us who know what it is, for me and Esther. She's done hers, but I haven't got to mine yet because I've been bogged down in doing samples for launch and all my bee stuff, but I'm coming out the other side, which is great. And I got a whole lot of ink on my finger. I got ink everywhere. Hold on, let me get a baby wipe and clean this up. Otherwise, I'm going to get ink over everything. Right. Hand sanitizer, saviour in my craft area. That's why I did all the stamping at once. So let's pop that to the side just in case we need it. So for these bees, I'm going to show you. I got a whole fingerprint on that card. Oh my God. It's okay. Someone will still love it. There's just a splodge of honey on the card. Okay, so I have used the Mango Melody Dark and Light Stampin' Right markers, and I'll show you exactly how this is done to create. I'll show you with this piece that I've done, to use the dark and the light to create a 3D effect on the bee's body. So I go in with the dark on either side of the body. I am only going to do one panel at a time. So it doesn't have to be perfect, just needs to be laid down. And then what I go in and do is just blend these bits. So I'm sort of creating 3 colours, blending out that edge. And then where it hasn't joined in the middle, I join it in the middle and I just pop a little bit of colour on the head. So nothing too, you know, fancy smancy, but it's done. Okay, thank you for the feedback. I'm sorry that some people are having trouble with the live connection. Okay, and the same again on this. So I don't mind too badly if I get outside the lines, but I do have my colour lifter here that I'll show you just how, like that bit just there where my hand shook, I'll show you how I tidy that up. And the other thing, you can add some light pool party to the wings, which I've done on a couple of other cards, just to make them, oh God, I'm really going outside the lines. Maybe I just need to slow down. But hey, since when has that ever been my style? Never. Never is that answer. Absolutely never. So did you guys have a good weekend? Did you get up to anything exciting while I'm doing this colouring? Because I've told you all about my weekend. I want to hear what you guys did. Now, I also wanted to point out while you're typing to me that if I don't colour in these bees, I reckon they look like flies because they're just black and white. So sort of all the bees that I've done, I've coloured in some way, shape or form, so they don't look like flies, because no one likes flies. They're the most annoying insect, well, besides green ants. Oh, they hurt. I got bitten by one around Christmas time. Jeez, that hurt. Okay, just go in and do this little head detail. Okay, that's them. Oh, I missed a bit here. I'm glad I looked. Okay, I'll show you how I use the colour lifter just to push back in some of that colour. So it is just clear and it sort of lifts, but what it really does is it pushes the colour into the cardstock, and I'll show you what I mean with this bit here. And you can do a couple of layers, so you can put it on, let it dry, then give it another go. I think the rest of it's pretty good. Okay, so I'll turn this over and show you what I mean. So you can see here where it's really come through compared to the other bits, which is where I have used the colour lifter, and it does push the ink further into the cardstock. That's the blender ink, it pushes further in. Okay, happy with those. That's those panels done. So I'm going to set those aside, and I'm going to punch out all our sentiments. So the bees, I'm going to punch out using the 1-inch circle punch. Oh, they're the really bad ones, so we want this side. So these bees just fit perfectly in the 1-inch circle punch. It was great to use some scraps for these pieces. I always love getting rid of my scraps. You had a Christmas card. Wow, you are getting a jump on those Christmas cards. That's great, Shelley. I can't wait to see what awesome things you come up with this year for the Christmas Stampathon challenge. Now, if some of you aren't a part of that group, it is just a group that a couple of years ago a number of us demonstrators started to get ahead on our own Christmas crafting, because we were finding we were hitting the end of the year and we were so disorganized. So it's a challenge every month from January, and this year we'll actually go January to November. And you basically get your Christmas crafting all started, and I had enough cards for Christmas this year. I did not have to make any additional cards. All I did make was some Christmas decorations. So just popping these basic black 1.5-inch circles out to lay the Mango Melody bee on top of. Done. Using more scraps. Awesome. Okay, now I'll take the classic label punch. Christmas stamp. Okay, so you look up the Christmas Stampathon challenge, and so I think it's And yeah, look up Christmas Stampathon and you will find us. Just ask for approval and I will approve you after I have finished this live video. And we post the challenge on the 25th of each month. And you just post your photos under the challenge post. And we will be sending out some random prizes and cards that we've made to add to your own collection. Okay, 2. Oh, I already had enough. Yeah, that one isn't going to. Oh, it would work because that would be tucked under, but that's okay. I think I can call this piece done. Hello, Miss Linda. Good afternoon, Kathleen. Oh, thank you so much. So yeah, it starts, what's today? 21st, so it starts on Thursday. Okay, now let's get these babies together. I'm going to tuck the sentiment under the black this time. Come on, Miss Louise. Oh, see, Louise is saying hello. Her bell is going. Okay, just a dot of glue. Oh, hey, Miss, where are you going? You going to come in and sit down, or are you just going to come and fly by? What are you going to do? Sit down. Do you want me to give you some love? Here you go. I'll give you some love in one hand while I glue with the other. Quite challenging, I tell you. Come on, down. Good girl. Okay, so just pop these on with the dot of glue. Don't need much. And then I'm just going to attach the hello underneath. I'm just going to do something slightly different. I thank God I've got photos of all these cards made. Thank God. There probably is, but I can't craft and grab that link at the same time. So I do humbly apologise, and I will be making a YouTube video with how I create my example that doesn't exist yet. And hopefully Esther will be doing the same thing. I've seen her card, it's awfully cute. I've just been trying to percolate ideas, but it hasn't happened yet. It's the next thing on my agenda. I may get to it later this afternoon, this evening is my plan, so I've got it all ready. I love how versatile this set is, and the papers, oh my God, they are so beautiful. So beautiful, I love them. So you can see really how quickly these cards all come together. So once I fold my card bases, which is next thing on my agenda to do, we are up to assembly. So whacking them all together, even though I had everything cut up, they truly don't take long to do. Now, my bone folder, because I haven't unpacked from class on the weekend, there's my bone folder, although I own a bazillion of them. Okay. And you could certainly change your orientation for this card. You could be more random in your stamping of the bees. There is lots you can do to personalise. Thank you so much, Jeannie. You are amazing. So we will set a different challenge every month to get your creative juices going, and we normally ask that you do 4 or more projects, so then you're getting that collection going. which leaves you just ready to write your cards when it comes to Christmas time. Okay, so this is the pattern that I chose from the Honeybee Designer Series paper pack. So that is one side, and you can see the foil. And you just got a very simple diamond on the other side. So all the back sides are basically black and white, so you can customize those however you may wish. Okay, so glue back. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Done. Although I have two pieces here, which is not helpful when you're trying to pick this up. Okay, so this piece is actually going to be longer than the card front, and I will trim that off later. It does help if you get it on straight. So I just cut them all at 6 inches because it works better to have it in half. So then just trim that off and off we go. Hello, Miss Julie. Thank you for joining me on your lunch break. I hope you're having a lovely day at work. Okay. I'll make sure I don't make any upside down cards, otherwise you girls in the Northern Hemisphere might receive a card that's upside down from down under. Did you just see where I went there? Okay. That's as straight as that's going to get. 2 more. So just doing some mass production of my B card that I got a dirty finger mark on over here, Julie. Julie, did you have a nice weekend, or are you feeling pretty exhausted from work? Okay. Pop that on. There we go, and one more, and then we go in and glue the bees, put the sentiment on, and I have very quickly made 4 cards. That's awesome. I had an awesome one too, but very tiring. Very, very tiring. I think I'll be glad when school goes back, because at the moment I am in between 3 appointments for today. We've already had one. One is happening here at home, which is actually really good. And then I'm out later this afternoon for another appointment. It's all happening here in the Woodbridge household. I think this is why I can't work full time. So I'm around to do all the ferrying and going to the appointments. Today's appointments aren't. Oh, one of them's for me. One of them's sort of an all of us appointment. Okay, that's those all trimmed. Don't think I need my scissors anymore. Okay, start this whole gluing process again. Sorry, the gluing's a bit boring, but necessary if we want to make a card. So this one I am going to overlap it just so you get that connection between the papers. So I have made it, and the the gaps on either side don't have to match. And you could actually flip them around and not have the pattern paper down that side. It's just what I did. My pleasure, Julie. Have you had your birthday yet, or did it arrive early? I'm trying to think off the top of my head, and I couldn't, because we also had David's birthday yesterday. No, not yesterday, Sunday. So very, very busy time here, but he had an amazing birthday, which is good. I'm very happy he enjoyed his day, even though I ran my launch. He was happily amused. It's the 31st. Awesome. Good morning, Miss Julie. Yes, he was well amused with his birthday present all day. So I did well, apparently. He said he wanted something, so I bought it, and then it ended up being, I got him it's a computer keyboard, but it is an old-fashioned looking steampunk typewriter keyboard, and it's amazing. He loves it. Julie, you cheeky sod. No, technology. What do you buy? The technology person in your house? More technology. So, yeah, he loves it. And you can, it's USB and Bluetooth, so he can connect like 4 devices to the one keyboard. So he is, yeah, happy as a pig in mud, as they say. Okay. That is all of those done. Then I must grab out my dimensionals and dimension these ones up. Actually, I do have a touch of trimming to do on this one. Don't know what happened there. Black cardstock seems to be a bit finicky with punches sometimes. Oh, no one saw that, did they? No, I totally cut the paper. No, yes, exactly. Happy husband, happy wife. Okay, so dimensionals. My other picky-uppy scissors. So what I think all I need is like, I do. I have to use 2 dimensionals here, and I'll use 1 mini one on here. Love the mini dimensionals, makes life so much easier. Okay. Right. Oh, that came off very well, stuck to the adhesive that's already on my finger. I have a feeling these backings are going to want to stick to me all day. And pop that down wherever you would like, and that is 1 card done. Next. So how many of you that are demonstrators that watch actually run classes? I had one of my downline start running a class on the weekend, and it went well, and they want to do it as a regular monthly class, which I was so excited for her. Yes, of course. It is a really cute card, bit of simple colouring, bit of punching. It's the girls loved the card, and they loved the B set. I'm so glad I got to have this B set for an extended period of time, so I could make a good number of cards with it. Do you know what? I'm actually going to put this one here, because Although that's got a black mark on it too. Do you know what? I think this one will be the one. Yes, this one will be the one that I will keep, because now the other ones all have marks on them. I know it's handmade and not Hallmark, but you know, got to have a good example in your card box. It's different when I know it's a mistake to having a big bleeding finger mark on it. So these things happen. And I'm very prepared for going back to school. I've got all the stationery sitting behind me in the box. I bought the school bags before Christmas, and I got one child uniforms. The other child gets the hand-me-down ones. You'll get there. You will get there. You had a monthly club. Yep, monthly clubs are good. You do 2 classes per month. You do classes too, Nick. I'm so glad you girls do something. Because it's nice, even if you're a customer. It's nice that you've got all the stamps, but it's the community of hanging out with like-minded people and having a group that get how we get so excited over a catalogue. Because, let's face it, the men in our life go, you're cray-cray. Okay, that card's going over there. And our last one. How long have I been on? I've barely been on. Look at us go. And Miss Louisa left us. She wasn't getting enough attention, so she left. You'll get there, Donna. It's you just got to get that network of friends, and you've got to talk about what you do. If you don't talk about what you do, people can't just go, oh, she must be a paper crafter. We've got to tell them 34 minutes. Thanks, Julie. I know, I'm rather impressed sometimes with how quickly I can get these things done. 4 cards in 34 minutes gives me more time for my Christmas Stampathon. But that's okay. That's awesome, Shelley. Now you've just got to find more new customers, and you've already had customers. So finding new customers is all part of the fun and extending and sharing the love. Okay, finish with these. They can go away. Let's bring in, they didn't go away, they bounced. Let's bring in all the products that we have used. So we use Mango Melody Memento. We used these punches. We used, oh, that's the card. We use these, and I will also grab, this is, and I'll just pop it in here like this. This is the paper that we used that you can earn for $90 spent during sale-a-bration. So I plan on being back later in the week and showing you one of the other projects that we made at launch. So thank you all for joining me. See, I was sitting on the fence, Donna, and I love it. Absolutely love it. I really do. So thank you guys for joining me, and I will catch you guys later in the week. It'll probably be Thursday or Friday. I'm glad you love them as much as I do. I really thought I'd be stuck and ended up making like 14 or 15 projects, which was a bit scary when you add them all up. Have a wonderful couple of days, and I will see you at the end of the week. Bye, guys.